Hi, hello, welcome to episode 3 of Practical Project Management, where we aim to mentor and coach rather than educate. We definitely use education materials here, but we're going deeper. We would like to tell stories of experience and also answer questions. So this is interactive. I like it to be interactive, and if you do have questions, please do not hesitate to ask them in the comments below. So today I want to focus on the principles of project management. There's uh, Prince 2 lists about 7, and there is more, but I would like to dedicate one principle per session. So the first principle we're going to work on today is continued business justification, and there's a reason why they say continued. But let's start with the business justification. Any project that might be business, it might be NGO, military, defense, any project has to be justified before kicking it off. There has to be an envisaged return on investment or a latter state that will be better than the current status quo. That's the only reason why someone would put all the effort and mobilize a project, is to make sure that the end state gives a return on investment compared to the current state. Projects changes states. It changes uh, a business as usual environment to a different business as usual environment. There are businesses that only run projects, and it's the same. There has to be a justification. There has to be a quotation. It has to be a basically a profit margin on a project. Otherwise, nobody would embark on it. Nobody's going to do it for the fun of it, even if it's fun. So there has to be a business justification. That might be monetary, that might be humanitarian, that might be any type of justification to have a better state after the project's been handed over and concluded. The interesting part is that say continued business justification. So it might be right up front that there might be a justification for a project with all the forecasted figures and estimated figures and amounts, provides a good justification. But during the project, there might be new information that is unearthed, that becomes available, that shows that the project is not justified, that there's not going to be a justification going forward, or that the situation has changed, the industry has changed, especially big complex projects which run over years. And then there has to be a frank discussion and in terms of business justification to end the project. I know there's especially big projects in corporates. There's lots of invested ego involved, especially for executives and also board members, to continue with project, not to save face, but to continue with the project to make sure that it's implemented, even if it leaves you in a worse state than what you've got currently. But clinically, there has to be a justification, and it has to be able to make sense on paper. It's not always as clean cut. A lot of stakeholders have got a vested interest, but that's the project manager. It needs to be clinically. Whatever the steering committee decides and the business sponsors, it's whatever they decide. But the project manager has to alert the business side, the business sponsor specifically, that the project is not justified anymore, or the business justification has increased. So it can be either way. But that's a principle. So that doesn't change throughout a project or a program, there has to be justification. And that's why it's part of a project manager's role when reporting to the steering committee is to track and make sure that the business case is on track. There's lots of companies that got software where you need to, on a regular basis, give feedback to a business or a business project forum or a project forum, an investment committee. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for continued justification. So that's from me. If there's any questions, please feel welcome and to give a comment. I'll try and answer all the comments as I can. But that's part of this channel, is to be interactive, not just me monologuing. All of the best. Bye-bye.